Every headline about artificial intelligence is about chips and models, but none of it moves an electron without one old boring metal, and that metal is quietly becoming the real bottleneck. Data centers, the power grid feeding them, and the electric cars in the driveway all run on the same thing, copper. And here is the twist. The demand for it is arriving from 3 directions at once, while the supply of it can only grow slowly, because you cannot conjure a new mine out of thin air. This is a convergence, several demand waves stacking onto a supply that lags. The large cap way people play it is Freeport-McMoRan, ticker FCX, with the miner basket COPX alongside it. So let's walk the chain, one link at a time, and see where the squeeze actually comes from. Start with the demand side, because that's where the story gets loud. Wave 1 is AI. Data centers are dense fields of copper. Every rack, every busbar, every power cable is copper, and the bigger the build-out, the more of it each site swallows. Wave 2 is the grid itself. All that compute needs electricity delivered, which means new transformers, substations, and transmission lines. And those are copper too. Wave 3 is electrification broadly. Electric vehicles use far more copper than a gasoline car, and every wind turbine and solar farm is wired with it. 3 different booms, 3 different budgets, all reaching for the same red metal at the same time. That is what stacking means. The waves do not take turns, they add. Now, flip to supply, and the mood changes completely. If demand is 3 waves arriving fast, supply is a glacier. Bringing a brand new copper mine from discovery to production can take the better part of a decade, and in the hardest jurisdictions, far longer, because of permitting, community agreements, and the sheer cost of building. On top of that, the mines we already have are getting harder to run. Ore grades decline over time, so you have to dig and process more rock just to pull out the same amount of metal. And smelting, the step that turns ore into usable copper, is concentrated and slow to expand. So the supply side has no fast lever. Even if every miner decided today to add capacity, most of that new copper would not show up for years. Demand can turn on a dime, supply cannot. So put the 2 halves together, and the mechanism almost writes itself. On one side, 3 demand waves stacking. On the other, a supply that answers in years, not months. When fast, stacking demand runs into slow, lagging supply, the gap between them has a name: a structural deficit. Analysts have been projecting exactly that kind of shortfall for the years ahead if new supply is not mobilized soon. Notice what actually decides this. It is not whether AI is real. It plainly is. The deciding variable is supply lead time. How long it takes new copper to arrive versus how fast the demand keeps stacking. That single lag is the whole thesis in one phrase. And the reason Freeport-McMoRan gets used as the proxy is simple. It is the largest publicly traded copper producer, the bellwether the market watches when it wants to price the red metal. So, what would actually settle whether the deficit thesis holds? Watch the supply side, not the headlines. First, new mine approvals and how fast they move. If permitting stays slow and grades keep sliding, the lag persists and the squeeze holds. Second, whether the demand waves keep stacking. If AI capital spending, grid upgrades, and electrification all keep pulling at once, the demand side compounds. The honest read is descriptive, not a price call. Demand stacks, supply lags, and the lead time in between is what decides it. Freeport, ticker FCX, and the miner basket COPX are just the tickers that ride that chain. Everything here is structural, open data reasoning. This is educational, not advice. Do your own work before you act on any of it.